I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. Stop playing with my God. Y'all cannot tell me that God is not intentional as heck. Like, he's as intentional as heaven. Jehovah Jireh is my provider. I know, and the Lord has revealed it to me, so I can't act like I don't know anymore. Any reliance I had on myself to feel beautiful, that's just not the tea. My confidence literally comes completely from God.
Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father, didn't pull out.
Hello, good morning. I'm a little tired, but that's okay. God is King, Jesus is risen. God is King, Jesus is risen. Hallelujah, and good morning. Okay, first of all, if you're new here, my name is Bree, and if you're a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey, hey girl, hey. I'm sorry that it was just such a long time between the last video and now, because, you know, the Lord was dealing with me, and I have been dealt with, okay? I've been dealt with. Today is the last day of this 3-day water fast that I've been on, and I had some really crazy dreams last night. Yeah, I had some really crazy dreams last night. We don't gotta talk about them right now. Hey, one of them was so weird. We might talk about it later, but I just kind of wanted to go through like a slight morning with you guys. Not gonna vlog the whole day. Don't even think I want to do that. Don't know if I got the energy for it. Don't want to try to figure out how I'm about to pull my camera out at the grocery store, because baby, the Lord is sustaining me, okay? The Lord's grace started it, his grace sustained it, his grace is gonna finish it. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't feel just a little bit weak, okay? But good morning, my beautiful babies. Hi, I'm going to walk you guys through my morning. It's a Saturday morning and it's like 10ish going on 11. Could I have woken up earlier? Yes. Did I though? No. Well, technically I did wake up earlier. I just chose to go back to sleep because I was up till like 3 in the morning because I was on like the live prayer call. Am I sharing too much? I don't know. But anyways though, let's go ahead and open up the blinds this morning. This feels so intimate. Like, back up out my face, friend. This is different, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, good morning. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. My bed is not made. My pillowcases are in the dryer and my comforter is downstairs. We're gonna make the bed. But before we make the bed, I'm gonna walk my dogs. And I was like, okay, I'm really about to start the morning. So since I'm about to like really genuinely start my day this morning, let me get my camera. I have to still do my Bible study this morning. And there is a Bible study that was live this morning at 6 a.m. But like I said, I went to sleep at like 3 something. I wasn't doing it. I already been crucifying my flesh to the point that I was up for the midnight prayer call. And I do have some scriptures to read. Plus I do like to ask God what he wants me to read. But in this case, since I have scriptures to read from the fast, I feel like I'm supposed to do that. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, not gonna lie. The Lord is sustaining me, okay? That's all I gotta say about that. If I look different, I know my lips look less gray. I know my face doesn't look as full. Your girl has been fasting on a regular, consistent basis, okay? And my life is not perfect. There are still things that I very much wish were not the case about my life, but I understand that all things come together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And the Lord is just training me. What I see as trouble, the Lord is just using as training. And I need some water, y'all. If you are going through a hard season right now, if your life just looks bleak and it feels so complicated, one, consider the decisions that you've made that have led up to this point. That's the first realistic thing I gotta do. And then two, consider that God is training you. Consider that it's training by God. Consider that it's training from God. Didn't Jonah end up in the well for 3 days when he ran away from his purpose? Didn't the Israelites end up in the wilderness for 40 years because they grumbled and murmured? Didn't they end up not making it into the promised land because they were the ones talking about, we're not gonna be able to do it? And then the Lord literally said, because that's what you said, that's what you're gonna get. I could pull up the scripture, baby. I'm just not doing it right now. I'll flash it on the screen when I'm editing, because I'm tired. It's actually in Numbers. I know I'm not making it up. I think it's in Numbers 14. Anywho though, every bad situation, I know it's easier said than done, but you really do just have to look at it like, what is God trying to show me right now? What is God doing in my life right now? Is there something that I've done or said that has led to this point? Am I actually living in an answered prayer and I'm just so tormented by the other things that are happening that I don't realize that I'm in an answered prayer? You just gotta take some stuff like that into account. But anyways, y'all, I'm trying to figure out if I'm about to take my dogs to the backyard or if I'm about to take them on like an actual walk. And I would really like to take a shower before the repairman gets here. I can feel my heart pounding in my chest. That's crazy, bro. You know what? Let's start with the verse of the day. I think that'd be a cute little thing for us to do. What is the verse of the day? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all 2 verses. The first one, Psalm 120:1. I call on the Lord in my distress and he answers me. What? And then the next one, Psalm 119:169. May my cry come before you, Lord. Okay? I don't know who that was for, but I hope that ate in your life and it did something for you. I hope it genuinely resonated, because I feel like I was just talking about if it seems like trouble is training, and then that's the verse. I sought the Lord and he heard and he answered. Stop playing with my God. Okay, let me put on clothes and then take my babies out. And hold on, let's just put y'all up, because look at my lips, you guys. If you watch some videos from like some months back, you can see how grayed out I look. And isn't God just so good? Isn't God just so good? Isn't Yahweh so good? Because what? I just had to say that because I be watching back some of my old videos and like shorts and stuff, and you could just see how gray my mouth was. And like I said, I think in another video, or maybe I didn't, maybe that's a spirit or something, but we ain't got to get into it right now because the video just started. So let me get myself together to go take my dogs out, and then we'll be back. Y'all, I feel a little whooped. I do encourage everyone to fast, yes. Who would have thought that me, the girl who was smoking blunts regularly on her channel and in her videos, would be now living a lifestyle of prayer and fasting? God is so funny. God is so funny. And you know, like when you be talking to God and then he just be talking back, and sometimes I just be like having like a revelation. I just be realizing stuff and I'm just like, God, you are so funny. And then he'll be like, I know I created humor, and it does make me laugh, but the sarcasm is crazy. Oh my gosh. If any of y'all talk to God and like you get constant sarcasm, please let me know, because God is so funny. Actually, this one time, God had told me this joke, and it wasn't that it was funny, it was the sarcasm of it. And I was like, God, that wasn't funny for real. And he said, but you laughed though. Why you eat me up like that? Chill out, bro. What? The little bit of energy that you do hear in my voice is genuinely joy of the Lord, okay? Because I actually feel like I'm about to fall out. God is amazing. Y'all, I said grace sustained it, right? I don't think I'm gonna make it up the street right now. Catch me like in a couple hours maybe. I know I said grace sustained it, and did, and does, but right now at this exact moment, I don't think I got it. So I'm gonna get it up and I'm about to wash everything. And I just think that it's crazy that I'm doing this when I really don't feel the absolute strongest. But the Lord is sustaining me. The little throw up doodle spot looks absolutely disgusting too. So like, I'm really not excited about that. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, y'all, because actually it's a mess. It looks so disgusting. I don't really want to touch it, but I'm gonna do it because this is my job as their mom, to clean up after them. Definitely not giving them a bath today because I don't know if I got the strength for it. Okay, I'm getting myself mentally prepared. Put this here, put this there. Y'all want to hear another verse of the day before I get into this? Might as well, because maybe I also need some encouragement. okay? So let me read y'all this other verse that I have real quick. It's 1 Peter 4:7. The end of all things is near, therefore be of sound judgment and sober spirit for the purpose of prayer. As each one has received a special gift, employ it in serving one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. Whoever speaks is to do so as one who is speaking the utterances of God. Whoever serves is to do so as one who is serving by the strength which God supplies, so that in all things God may be glorified through Jesus Christ, to whom belongs the glory and dominion forever and ever. And wouldn't you know that when I was in a place of rebellion, I feel like I read this I read this and then the other one that was like, don't do something if it's gonna cause other people to stumble, but if you have had a conversation with God basically and it's okay for you to do, just don't take anybody else off the path type beat. So I'm like, okay, so I can smoke. But it says be of sober spirit, and people like to be like, okay, sober with wine and alcohol. Actually no, sober period. Don't be overly angry, don't be overly in your feelings, because that's gonna make you not sober, obviously not high, you know what I'm saying? Don't be drunk. And the thing is, Jesus turned water into wine, and it says, okay, like you can have wine, right? But on multiple occasions it says don't be drunk. Anyways, where am I going with this? I used to be high out of my mind, and like if I felt like I wasn't high enough, I would go out of my way to get higher. And you know what's crazy? I wonder if in that dream, either was I smoking or somebody was trying to get me to smoke. Y'all, it's crazy because you start thinking about stuff, remembering stuff like, wait a minute, mind you, I don't usually end up with weed in my dream, but I felt like there was a blunt in my dream. And this is like the last day of my fast. So that's crazy. I'm gonna have to sit with God on that. Anyways, I'm just gonna say this. The Lord will obviously speak to you, but I feel like now that I don't smoke, something is heightened. I feel like being inebriated in some way dulls your spiritual senses. Now don't get me wrong, people do use weed to do spiritual things, but that's like one of the illegal ways, you know what I'm saying? Let's head to the basement and put our stuff in the washing machine. No, it's not. And for some reason, I got all these batteries for my camera and they're not working. And the battery is already dying again. And this video might just go into this evening and it's giving spend a day with me on a Saturday while I'm fasting. I found a battery that's charged. I don't know if it's charged all the way, but it's charged enough. And I think I'm gonna have to order some new batteries on Amazon because those ones, they're like almost impossible to charge. And then they die really quickly. So anyways, let's finish making my bed real quick so I can take a shower before the guy who's coming for the fridge comes. And then once my refrigerator gets assessed, leave the house and go to my parents' house. And then me and my mom, I think, are gonna go grocery shopping because Once the fast ends, we're gonna go into a raw fruits and vegetable diet. Not a fast, a raw fruits and vegetable diet. So I'm gonna be eating raw fruits and vegetables for the next 3 days. Or the main thing is that I'm eating like a lot healthier and I'm not eating like all the processed stuff. So I'm gonna modify it just a little bit. I'm gonna do raw fruits and vegetables, and I'm gonna also add nuts and possibly legumes. I think maybe just nuts though. I'm not quite sure yet. That's kind of where I'm at with it right now. But y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. That's not to say that like I will never go out to eat and eat something for like special occasions or whatever the case may be. But on a regular basis, y'all, I am not trying to continue to go to all these restaurants and eat the food that they're making, because you can call me crazy if you want to, but these companies are trying to kill us. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it, and I can speak for me personally. I feel like the Lord is calling me to change my diet and really get into like homemaking and cooking a lot of things from scratch, especially before I have any children. And I feel like had I had children earlier in life, I possibly could have been feeding them junk. Whereas now I'm at this place where it's like I'm trying to learn how to make a bunch of things at home from scratch, so that way when I have kids, I can make all of their things and I know exactly what's in every single thing that they're eating. I want to make my own pickles. I want to make my own granola. I want to learn how to make my own bread. There are some places that serve like healthier bread that I can get, but I would like to learn how to make my own bread. I already know how to make my own like gluten-free cookies and stuff like that. I want to learn how to make my own milk, like almond milk and stuff like that. I'm changing the eggs that I'm buying. If they're not pasture raised, then never again will they be bought by me. Yeah, that's just what the tea is. I literally threw away a whole 12 pack of eggs that I didn't eat any of. Like, it's that deep. When the Lord is speaking to you and calling you to do something, boy, let me tell you something. I'm not even about to sit here and lie and be like, oh, it's so easy. Because is it easier to go buy granola bars and it's easier to go buy jelly and peanut butter and all these things? Yes, it is. But if I can make it myself and I know what's in it, right? You get where I'm going? Like, if I have peanuts, I can make my own peanut butter. If I have cashews, I can make my own cashew butter. You get what I'm saying? If I have almonds, I can make my own almond milk and I can make my own almond butter. And if I have certain extracts, I can make the granola taste a certain way. I know I gotta get almond extract and I have some vanilla extract. What else am I trying to learn how to make on my own? Y'all, I really want to start growing stuff, but as of right now, baby steps. But yeah, y'all, it's like really like that right now. It's very serious to me. I have been looking up recipes on how to pretty much make everything myself that I like to eat on a regular basis. And at some point, if I could even like have my own little garden in like my backyard and grow all my peppers and onions and carrots and stuff like that, Lois the Keys is giving you that. Not gonna lie. But the nice thing is, as of right now, if I'm looking for very specific things, Aldi, Whole Foods, Fresh Market, and we have like a local grocery store, those are probably gonna be my places. And am I gonna have to drive around a little bit to get some things? Yeah, probably. But am I gonna feel better about it when I'm eating it? Like, I feel like 95% confident that the answer to that question is absolutely yes. When I told y'all that the Lord was dealing with me, I need y'all to understand and hear me. Like, the Lord is dealing with me. My birthday is coming up. One of the fasts that I know I'm gonna partake in, wouldn't you know that it's gonna be in March during like my birthday month? And then this ministry that I really enjoy, they're gonna be having like a tour where they're like bringing the worship and like sermons to you and everything, and I really want to go to that. And guess when it is? It's on my birthday. Isn't that crazy though? It's on my birthday. And I'm just gonna say this right now, the job I work at is demonic. I mean, it's so demonic, it's to the point where they're like, oh, you can't even talk about God in this building. A lot of the people there demon possessed, witches and warlocks. It might sound crazy to somebody that's not deep in it, but I work there, so I'm at a place where I know, and the Lord has revealed it to me. So I can't act like I don't know anymore. I can't act like it's not a thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, my bed has not been made in so long. This is kind of like crazy to me. Wow, this is what it looks like when it's made. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I really like that. I really like that, actually. You guys, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Let me know if you would be interested in this video, right? And I might just record it anyways, and then we'll see what happens based on like what y'all say. But I have some very powerful Christian books, and I'm still reading through all of them. If you guys would be interested in me suggesting them to you, I can make a whole video out of that, because I do have a lot of them. But just to give you guys a little sneak peek right now before we get off FaceTime and I go take a shower, let me grab some. First and foremost, baby, get you a Bible. The best Christian book, the best book on Christianity, the best book on the way, the best book to get to know Jesus Christ and to learn. It's gonna be the Bible. You should absolutely get a Bible. You should absolutely get a Bible. And if you thought I was gonna pull out some cute book that you've seen on Amazon first and foremost, you were mistaken, baby, because the first book that you should get is the Bible. Now we can go on to the next book, okay? Like I said, I'm not showing y'all everything. I'm just giving y'all a sneak preview. And based on, let me breathe. And based on this little preview that I give y'all, let me know if y'all would like a more in-depth video, because I have a lot of books. I'm just only showing y'all a couple. This book, Generational Prayers by Paul Cox, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. And at least a couple times a week, baby. If you're just starting off, at least one time a week, open up this book and do some renunciation prayers, okay? Do some repentance prayers, okay? I thought that I could go without it. God snatched me right on up. And the way that the Lord had me buying books, and I need you to understand, the Lord had me buying books in a season when I know I really did not have money to be buying these books, but it was like so heavily placed on my heart. Like I needed to buy them. It is crazy the way that the Lord moves. I'm gonna show you guys this one, and I'm gonna show you this one. I got this book, Reverse the Curse by Annette Cap. And that's not to say that you need to go look this woman up and buy every single book that she wrote. You should read this one specifically. This book totally changed my perspective on healing, because through his stripes we are healed, and by your faith you are made whole. Stop playing. It's an easy read. You really could read it in a day. If you ain't got the attention span for that, friend, you could read it in 2 days. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, it's not a long book at all. If you are getting into hermeneutics and apologetics and you want to know more about God, like you just want to know God on a deeper level, I recently took this from my parents' house, and I will be reading this. And it's funny because somebody was doing this fast, and I didn't join the fast, but I was joining the regular morning devotionals, and I asked him, like, what are some books that you would suggest on like apologetics and hermeneutics and stuff. Girl, why was this one of the books that he suggested? Watching the video, and I'm like, that seems kind of familiar, but I don't know. So I look back through my screenshots and I see this screenshot of this book, and I'm like, again, why does this look so familiar? Why did I go look through all my Christian books and this book was right there on my dresser? Y'all cannot tell me that God is not intentional as heck. Like, he's as intentional as heaven. This is the last one I'm gonna show y'all. Not gonna lie, I really mess with Jerry Flowers. God is so intentional, like I said. Listening to Jerry Flowers has really helped me tune into the voice of God better. Obviously, you reading the Bible is going to do that, but if you don't know certain like tactics to use, it can still be complicated. And Jerry Flowers, he has like a whole series on hearing the voice of God, I believe. And y'all, it has been so powerful. It's been so helpful. So I did get Heart Rehab by him. I have not fully read the book yet, but I wanted to suggest it just because some of the principles that he talks about, they are going to be in this book. This is another book that I would suggest only because if you are somebody that is like deeply studying the Bible, I'm not saying this is the best book in the world. This book is not law. Don't go based off of everything that this woman says. Absolutely not, because the Lord will give you revelation, right? But it just helps provide a bit of a breakdown on certain biblical stories of like love. It's not just like romantic love. It's like friendship and stuff like that. And I have read this in tandem with certain chapters and certain people's stories in the Bible, and I have found it to be really helpful, especially in breaking down certain things that maybe I just wasn't quite understanding. I really do wish that I had that Joyce Meyer book up here so I could show it to you guys, but it's about anxiety, and it's like when I tell you it's all biblical based, like there's so many scriptures throughout it. And don't get me wrong, I understand some people like Joyce Meyer, some people don't like Joyce Meyer, but you should ask the Lord what the real tea is and not go based off what everybody else says or does not say, okay? And that's what I try to practice. I'm not trying to go based off of what everybody else thinks or does not think and what they say and what they don't say. Does the Lord want me to read this, and is there something that I should take from it? You know what I'm saying? I really feel led to share this Joyce Meyer book with y'all. Bro, God is gonna give me no rest until I go get it. Hold on. How fun is it that the battery is already half dead? I ain't even talked that long. Fine, that's why I'm getting more batteries. Friends, your girl about to have so many batteries. I be having to talk to y'all. I be having stuff to say, and the battery be dying. Okay. She definitely said don't overexert yourself in the way I just did the most trying to find this book. But the Holy Spirit brought it back to my remembrance where I had it at, so I got it. This Joyce Meyer book that I have is called The Answer to Anxiety: How to Break Free from the Tyranny of Anxious Thoughts and Worry. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when I was really getting into my walk with God, like for real, like I ordered a Bible and everything, this was one of the books that I got. I think my mom got it for me as a Christmas gift, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it ate. I'll just read you something from here that I actually highlighted. I don't know exactly what it says because I don't remember, but look, God is so intentional, because not that would start low-key being some anxiety inducing type conversation, and then the Lord would be like, get the book and show them the book. So let me read y'all what I have underlined, and then I'm gonna go get clean real quick. God is the God of all comfort, and the way to receive his comfort is to ask for it. Remember, to be anxious or worried is to take on the care of a problem or a situation. We think that we have to fix a problem, so we worry about what we should do. The more we worry, the more anxious we become. Be careful to not get in God's way. And while I've been fasting with this particular ministry, it's been said multiple times that worry is just worship to the devil. And a lot of things that we go through are honestly not our business, it's God's business. So whatever it is that you're going through right now, whatever it is that's got you anxious, whatever it is that's got you feeling all heartbroken and all torn up inside and up in arms, give it to God, because actually it's God's business. Your business is just to surrender it to God, and then it's God's business to figure everything else out. If you are constantly in this mindset of you have to figure it out on your own, you're gonna constantly be in a cycle of worry and depression and anxiety. And that's not to say that I never ever get anxious about things. I just have to calm myself down and bring back to my remembrance that God got me. God is covering me. I don't even really need to worry about it too much, because whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. And if I spend all of my time going over and over in my brain all of the possible outcomes, which sometimes I still do, it's just not doing anything positive for me. We think that we have to get ahead of every problem and prepare ourselves emotionally for every outcome, but in reality, imagine if you just gave it to God and you didn't worry about any of those outcomes, and then the outcome was actually way better than anything that you came up with in your head. Because more often than not, when you're coming up with scenarios in your head, they're not all positive scenarios. More often than not, you're coming up with every worst case scenario so that you can try to mentally prepare yourself for it, when in reality, you're supposed to be giving it to God, and then God is gonna do what he's gonna do. Why would you meditate on all the bad things that could happen when they haven't even happened yet? Oh, she preaching now. Let me get off the phone. I'll call y'all back. Hey besties, my camera is dying and hopefully the other batteries are charged, but I just have on this jumpsuit from Amazon, then I have a cardigan on top, and then I have a jacket on top, because baby, we be layered up. And this is a long sleeve full body jumpsuit. I have on some socks, and then I have on these leg warmers, and then my Tasmans, because yeah, why not? I'm trying to be super comfy, super cozy. Oh, also I have on my head wrap, which I don't know if I told y'all, but I started veiling because of the place that I work in, and the Lord very clearly told me to cover my head. Now that isn't to say that y'all won't see my hair sometimes when I record videos when I'm in the house, but when I leave the house, I do typically have my head covered in some type of way. And again, that's not to say that eventually he won't call me away from that. As of right now, the environment that I'm in just kind of like calls for it, if that makes sense. I just wanted to tell y'all, because y'all will see my head covered, I'm not gonna lie. But I think that I look really cute. I'm about to go to my mom's, and we're gonna go to this grocery store that like sources all of their stuff locally. I have no idea what I'm gonna be able to get, but I'm just gonna remain confident that I'll be able to get something, very much something. And I guess since I'm going to the grocery store, and this went from a morning routine to spend a Saturday with me on the last day of my fast, because that's what's happening, and then I can show you guys what I got when I got home, and then we can go through some of the meals I'm gonna be making. Maybe not tonight, but ooh, this is gonna be exciting. I love you guys. I'm gonna leave the house now, and I will, should I take y'all, should I put y'all in the car? You know what, no, let me not think too much about it. I'm gonna go, and then we'll talk when I get home. I'm leaving. I want y'all to see my outfit one more time. This is one of my favorite mirrors, I cannot lie. My black mirrors downstairs do something for me, okay? I think I look cozy. Hey. I'm about to be walking around trying to get groceries, and when I tell y'all I want to be in this grocery store as comfortable as possible, I'm considering even taking my earmuffs, but that's the outfit. Bash, come here, say hi to the peoples. Yo, that's my son. Oh, I love him. I love my dog so much. Back home, and I just wanted wanted to give y'all like a little preview of everything that I got grocery wise. Hey guys, so I'm back home now. I'm back home now. I'm back home now. Okay, let me stop playing. Tell me why I was at the store, the grocery store. This is the last grocery store that we're at, right? And we're checking out. My head wrap completely falls off in the store. Not gonna lie, that made me feel so naked. And I don't like that. And everybody is not gonna have the same convictions per se. You know what I'm saying? This one is one of mine. I feel like I need to keep my head covered for the most part. It was all exposed. But it is what it is. It's okay. And now y'all can see my head. And I don't really like that. And low key, I feel like I'm starting to really enjoy the way I look with it on. When you have it on, let me be honest for a second. Any reliance I had on myself to feel beautiful, that's just not the tea. My confidence literally comes completely from God. I will have my wrap on, and before it would be like on my forehead, right? But I still would just be looking at myself like, you're really beautiful. Like, you're very, very pretty, and God made you so beautiful. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's not what y'all came for. So let me chill out. Let me show you guys some of my groceries, because I think that I want to try to, well, I don't know. We'll see. I want to try to record some of these meals I'm going to be eating for the next 3 days, because after the fast ends, then I'm going to be going into 3 days of raw fruits and vegetables. I can drink tea and have smoothies and stuff like that. The other times, like when it was for the fast, like we would be fasting from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. It was just straight raw fruits and vegetables, no smoothies, no juices, none of that. But this time, because it's a diet thing, we're going to do that. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I got, because why not? I'm excited about it, and I would like to assume that y'all care like just this much, you know? I went to 3 stores. Because I'm about to be doing raw fruits and vegetables, y'all, I got a whole bunch of bananas. I could eat like 3 to 5 bananas in a day. These are about to go so fast. They're more green because I did want them to last longer just in case, but yeah, she's gonna be eating the heck out of these, okay? Bro, I literally have almond milk and I left it at my mom and dad's house. Sorry, y'all, I just had to text my daddy because, can you please bring me my almond milk? Because I was gonna make like this natural cereal with like nuts and berries and stuff, and then like have it in milk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was gonna be so delicious. I got me some lemons. It was like 4 for 99 cents. Hello? And then I got some mushrooms. I'm actually about to try to make vegan meats with walnuts and mushrooms, and then season it, and then we're gonna see how I like that. I got some sprouts and some shredded carrots. I got 2 decent sized shallots, and I'm excited because shallots, yes. Y'all, I got these cucumbers. Y'all can't tell me that these cucumbers do not look so good. And I got 3 of them. I got me a spaghetti squash, y'all. Let me show you the 2 little salad-y type things I got. So I think this is gonna be like really good. This is for when I can eat more regular again. I got some like actual legit sourdough bread, and then I got 2 different cheeses. I got natural peanut butter. Like, it's literally just dry roasted organic peanuts and sea salt. Stop playing with her. Y'all, this is the first time I ever done bought tahini in my life, but I saw this raw pad thai recipe and I really want to try to make it. I got some pickled red onions. Y'all, I got ingredients to make pickles. So if y'all want to see a video of me actually making pickles at some point, please let me know. I got the peppercorns, I got some basil, and I got some celery salt, and then I got some mustard seeds. I got these little baby zucchinis so that I can make zucchini noodles. I got vegan cream cheese. Like, excuse me? Who does she think she is? I got 2 juices. I got a green juice, and then I got this red juice. I hope that this is interesting to y'all, because I feel like I'm still going. I got me some red cabbage. I wanted purple cabbage, but my mom said that red cabbage would still be really good. I got a red onion, and then I got, I believe these are collards, and I'm gonna make burritos with these. I got some baby bok choy. Yeah, she's so cute. I got this distilled vinegar, and then I also got some apple cider vinegar, but not Bragg's. It don't get Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. You can look it up for yourself why. But those are the ingredients that I'm gonna need to make pickles. I got pine nuts because I'm gonna make a pesto. I got raw no-shell pumpkin seeds, and then I got raw cashews unsalted. I got some white wine vinegar, and that's gonna be good to season the vegetables. And then I got these shirataki noodles, which is made from cognac flour. So I'll probably be making some like raw pastas with some of this, and hopefully y'all like it. I've had shirataki noodles before, but it's been a minute. I really hope that I really like this, because this will be a great way to eat pasta without all the carbs. I did get these from Aldi. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie, okay? That's gonna be something special for when I'm not eating raw anymore. Y'all, I got some almond extract, because let me tell you about how I looked up recipes on how to make your own granola at home. Cake batter granola, peanut butter chocolate granola, and just chocolate granola. And you thought that I wasn't about to go get the ingredients to make it? Stop playing. I got some spinach. I got more mushrooms, but these ones are already cut up. I got these raw almonds, pecans, and pistachio kernels. Got me a little mix. I got some green onions. I got some more bell peppers. I got 3 of these containers. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash them, and then I'm actually gonna cut up vegetables, and then I'm gonna store the vegetables in here. And then that way, like when it's time to cook, instead of me having to always prep stuff, I'll already have it prepped in these, and I'm hoping that once I cut it, it'll at least last me for like a week. I got some blueberries. I got strawberries. Here's that apple cider vinegar I was talking about. It's kind of a process to make pickles, I'm not gonna lie. What I wanna eventually do is pickle my own onions. I got avocados, which are like very hard right now. So I am gonna be leaving these on the counter because baby, they're so hard. Like, these are so hard. I got 2 things of Kalamata olives because, y'all, let me tell y'all one thing about me. I don't know what it is, but I really love Kalamata olives. I just think they taste so freaking good. We're almost done, guys. I got some minced garlic. I got some jalapenos because I really love guacamole. I mean, I will make the heck out of some guacamole in a heartbeat, okay? I got some Honeycrisp apples. I got all of my groceries this time from a mix of Fresh Country Market, Meijer, and Aldi. This is my other spaghetti squash, y'all. And when I tell y'all I'm so excited to make this spaghetti squash, bro, I'm gonna make some really bomb pasta with this spaghetti squash. I got turmeric shots so that I can take one every day at the top of the day while I'm doing this raw vegetable and fruit diet. And then finally, we've come to the end. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 salad bags, garden salad bags. Because my fridge is not exactly where it needs to be, I'm gonna be filling up some bowls with ice and then sitting them in the refrigerator in the ice bath, and then I'll just like replace the ice as the ice melts. Is it a little inconvenient? Yes. But am I grateful to God that I even have a fridge and I have groceries to put in the fridge? Absolutely 100% yes. I'm just genuinely so grateful that I even have all of this, like truly for real, for real. These are the chickpea noodles that I get. And I am not gonna lie, I really like these. So let me just give y'all an overview real quick of everything. This is a humidifier that my mom got me, so that's not part of the groceries, but these are all of the groceries. And I'm just so happy and so satisfied and so grateful. So you guys, I think that I'm going to try to record myself making some of these raw meals. Oh, y'all heard that cracking? Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I think I'm going to try to record some of these meals that I make for the next 3 days of this vegetable and fruit diet that I'm gonna be on. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that. I'm so tired. I still need to go read all the scriptures that I'm supposed to read, and I definitely believe that God said that he wanted me to read all of the scriptures before I broke my fast. So I can't act like I did not hear that. So I am gonna do that, which makes me think like, I feel like he said don't eat yet. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all when I come back. Or actually, I'll probably see y'all when I get upstairs to start studying, just so I can show you guys some of the scriptures. So give me a little bit and I'll FaceTime y'all back, okay?
Cause you're the only power that can save this world today.
Good morning, friends. How are you? It is literally the next I did not end my fast last night because, as y'all clearly can see, I did not come back on camera. The Lord told me not to eat, and I was salty, and I was trying everything in my power to be like, nah, that's not what he said. Nah, that's what he had said. He had told me not to eat. So I didn't, right? I didn't eat. I finished studying, and then I had laid down. I was getting so sleepy, y'all, and I just kept hearing the Lord say, get up, get up, get up, get up. Like, you need to get up, go downstairs. But I knew it wasn't to eat. So I'm like, but God, can I eat? And he's like, no, just get up, go downstairs. Y'all, I get up and go downstairs. There's poop on the floor. There's poop and pee on the floor. So I put my baby dog away, my youngest, and then I ended up cleaning it up and I'm mom. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's why he told me to get up in it. So then I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to end the fast with communion. Should I take communion? He's like, take it with water. So I'm like, okay. So I drink some more water, and finally I go to sleep. I don't even remember what I dreamed about, but it was like this morning the Lord was like, get up and pray. And I'm like, I'm sleepy. He's like, get up and pray. And my eyes just popped open, y'all. It's crazy. Then this morning, during this fast, one of the things that was talked about was asking the Lord if there's anything else in our lives, in our temples, that does not honor him. Y'all can call me overly whatever if you want to. You know, I told y'all that the Lord has been leading me to be way more mindful of what I'm putting in my body, right? So I'm like, God, what I got in here that's like not honoring you? Like, what I got in here that you're not messing with? I have been buying milk, okay? So the other day, I'm pulling out my milk to do something. I think I'm making coffee. And I look at the lid. And y'all, I had this like spiritual heart-sinking feeling as I looked at the lid. This is before I've done the fast, okay? I need y'all to hear me. I'm drinking my coffee. I pull the milk out for my coffee and I look at the lid and I just have this heart-sinking feeling. I'm like, my literal thought was, oh no. My literal thought was, oh no. What is this on the lid? What is this on the lid? No, God. So then I don't think anything else of it. I just have this weird feeling about it. So this morning I wake up, mind you, last night the Lord told me not to eat any food. He told me just, you know, go to sleep essentially, like you're not eating yet. This morning I wake up and girl, the Lord has me looking up how to store mushrooms properly or better so that they don't go bad so quickly, which is crazy. The Lord is so intentional though. So anyways, he has me do this and then all of a sudden I just start thinking about the almond milk and I'm like, what is mean? And I've never looked up what it meant before, but I felt so led in the spirit to look up what it means. Refers to a mythical black warrior queen from the 16th century Spanish romance novel who ruled the fictional island of giving the real world state its name. Her name likely stems from the Arabic word khalifa. Wiz Khalifa? Weed. Okay, anyways, let me keep going, bro. I'm sorry. Or caliph, meaning a religious or political leader. Meaning a religious or political leader. It's that serious. Mind you, my refrigerator has been acting funny and all of the groceries that I had in the fridge minus like some produce, they're at my parents' house now, and it's just so crazy to me that the Lord would tell me not to eat last night. Mind y'all, I need y'all to hear me. The last time I talked to y'all and I was putting the food away, I was absolutely hungry. Why did the Lord completely take my appetite away? Like, I mean, snatched it right on up and said, you're not eating tonight. I said, oh, okay. I will be taking communion with water again, and then after that I'm gonna do a juice. I'm gonna have to go get almond milk. I'm about to pray about it, but I'm so uncomfortable. And it's like one of those things where once you know, you can't unknow. And also it's like anything that you choose over your obedience to God is an idol. And I don't want almond milk to be no idol, bro. I will dump it and buy another brand. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, y'all, I had so many Starbucks creamers, so many. Wouldn't you know that I dumped every single last one and threw the bottles away? My heart, because baby, that was money. But you know what? It's not my money, it's God's money. Dumping out all of that Starbucks creamer, that was a lot of money of creamer. I need y'all to hear me. I think I might have had like $50 worth of creamer in my fridge, okay? And the Lord just told me to dump all of it. Not give it away, not take it into work so that they can drink it. No, he said dump it. So I dumped it. And I was like, wow, that's literal money down the drain. But it was so bad for you. My obedience to God, first and foremost, is gonna take precedent over all of that. And then second of all, it's not my money anyways, it's God's money. And I serve a good God. Jehovah Jireh is my provider. So therefore, that means that whatever I just got rid of in obedience, God will bring it back to me 100-fold in whatever way he sees fit. And for me, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm about to just be supplied with like a plethora of creamers, or I'm about to be supplied with a plethora of money, right? But it could be something as simple as like, I was obedient and getting rid of that, and now God is gonna have my health flourishing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta look at things from like a different perspective sometimes. I love you guys so much. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what your favorite part was, and if you took anything anything from it. I really hope that there was some revelation gotten from it. I really want my channel to be a mix of edification and entertainment. I really want those two things to like meet somehow. So we're working on it. I love you guys so much. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me the way that y'all do. Like, I genuinely do. And I'm just excited to see what this year brings.